Oh my gosh, two calculations. So what force is needed to begin sliding a 921 kilogram block across a frozen lake? And then what force will it take to keep it sliding? Okay, so to begin, it's going to be what? Ice on ice? It's going to be this. So our mu static is 0.10. Not a big one, but there it is, right? And so our force of friction is mu times m times g, so it's 0.1 times 921 times 9.8. Okay, let's do this. 0.1 times 921 times 9.8. 902.58 newtons. This is like a 2-ton block almost, right? So that's a substantial amount of force, right? Okay, now let's see. We want to figure out to keep it sliding, right? To keep it sliding is these guys, right? Okay, so let's see. Ice on ice to keep it sliding. Wow, look at that. It's very small, right? So our force of friction, our kinetic coefficient is 0.03, and then our force of friction is mu mg is 0.03 times, what is it, 921 times 9.8. Okay, so let's see. 0.03 times 921 times 9.8. And that is 270.774 newtons. Yep. Alrighty. What's interesting is I used to they would make it was called the Winter Ice Palace or something like that in St. Paul, Minnesota. They had a winter carnival. They'd hide a medallion just like the Rose Festival Carnival or Rose Festival, right? And they would make a giant palace. I mean, like these things would be 60 feet tall out of ice blocks, and I think it was like on Lake Phelan or something like that. But they have this ice surface like this, and you could see they'd cut it out of the ice with saws, right? And they get the blocks up onto the ice, and you had to keep them sliding. You could see people, they would keep these blocks sliding because if they ever sat still, you'd have a tremendous force of friction to get it going. But if you could keep it going, the force of friction was very small, which is cool, I guess, right? Anyway, and by the way, if you let them sit for too long, they refreeze to the surface. So God, be careful. And you'd look out on the lake and you'd see giant blocks of ice that were just abandoned. They couldn't get them loose.